Hello friends, it's me, and today, Burger Mashup. Let's check out. I combined every fast food burger in America. Food theory from the food theorists. Together, let's go.
Everywhere you look online right now, we're seeing variations of the same video.
Ordering every single fast food burger.
Every single fast food burger. Every single burger. Every major fast food burger.
Everybody trying every burger from every restaurant. But seriously, who has time for all that? We here at Theorist are all about efficiency, a smarter approach to things. If I'm gonna be having myself a burger from every restaurant across America, then I'm gonna be doing it in one big bite. That's why today we've concocted a new, unholy creation that the internet has never seen before. A single burger formed from mixing together all the elements of all the most popular joints across America. A Frankenstein's monster of a creation. A Frankenburger, to use my friend Sophia Nygaard's terminology. It is the distillation of the perfectly average burger. But what's it gonna taste like? And what secrets will we learn along the way in creating this puppy? Hope you're hungry, friends, cause we've got a beef with beef. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food Theory, where today
Hello Internet, welcome to Food Theory. Hi.
we're serving up a quarter pounder with knowledge. Save the cheese for another day. So, I don't know if you've noticed this recently across YouTube.com, but a lot of content today seems to be focused around this idea of going to every drive-thru ever. Well, my friends, Food Theory wanted to be a part of that trend, and then we thought, you know what? We don't got time for that. So instead,
But having said that, do recognize that this video came out last year in the year 2023. Right now it's 2024, so I'm sorry for being late. 1 year late.
what if we did it the Food Theory way? What if we did it the smarter way? What if we went to one of each of the major fast food drive-in restaurants across America and fused all of their burgers together into one average fast food burger? The ultimate burger.
The ultimate average fast food burger.
Right, like basically if you took like the high highs and the low lows and fused them together, who is your C-average student?
I'm very excited for this.
As you should be, I am too.
There's a lot of excitement for me. I have not eaten today. And you know me, I get very cranky.
Oh, he is a hungry boy.
Oof.
He's got big muscles that need a lot of energy.
You can't see them in this jacket that I'm busting out of.
Yeah, don't flex too
But-
hard. I don't want to bust through that quality Theory Wear new FNAF merchandise, which is available via the merch shelf down below.
Nice plug. Damn, that was smooth.
I have practice. So
That was smooth!
goal one here is to just get a general lay of the land and not just identify who's got the best fast food burger, because that's been done to death. Oh no, friends, in true Food Theory style, we are overthinking this to a critical level. Fast food will never be the same.
Nor will our stomachs.
Let me introduce you to the contenders for today's episode, and then you can point out the ones that you haven't.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're eating 8 burger in a single sitting. That's unhealthy, right?
You haven't experienced before. So we've got yourself, you know, your mainstream boys. You got your McDonald's, your Burger
Oh, 9! 9 burgers in a single sitting. That's unhealthy.
Kings, your Wendy's. We've got kind of your guys that have really surged onto the scene over the last couple of years, which is Five Guys. You got that ultimate classic, Sonic, fastest thing alive. You've got Hardee's or Carl's Jr., depending on where in the country you are. You've got Culver's, which is another one of those boys that looks like it's kind of surging through the rankings. And lastly, we have our regional favorite, which is Cookout. If we were filming this over on the West Coast, this would have been In-N-Out.
Yeah.
But because we're filming this one in North Carolina, we thought Cookout was a good example of that.
I'm a creature of habit as well. So whenever I do have my cheat day that I have like fast food and I go all out, it's usually McDonald's. And I thought Sonic went bankrupt circa 2005. Wow. And so I'm really excited to try most of these.
All right, so
Shanti makes a very good point. Humans are habitual creatures. We are creatures that develop habits.
the way this is ultimately going to break down is in 3 separate phases. Phase number 1, what you've seen on YouTube 1,000 times before. We're going to try all the different burgers and just give our general assessment of the full, complete package. Then for phase
AKA mukbang video.
2,
We're gonna look under the hood and look at the individual components of each burger. So we're gonna look at the bun, we're gonna look at the patty, we're gonna look at the toppings.
basically deconstructing the burger so we can get an analytical assessment of who's got the best individual elements there. And then finally in phase 3, the monstrosity comes to life. We take all the buns, we take all the patties, we take all the toppings and fuse them together into one beautiful, beastly, disgustingly wonderful burger, the Frankenburger.
It's alive! It's alive!
Probably should have done this on Halloween. So without any further ado, I'm hungry, he's hungry, his muscles need feeding. Let's get to tasting. All right,
I'm hungry. I like the Matt Pat the dad joke. I'm hungry.
let's just work our way down the line with a standard and a classic here, the quarter pounder with cheese. Now, Santi, what was the rationale for choosing these particular burgers?
So we wanted to make sure to equalize them across the board. So we stuck with one patty. All of these will have onions, pickles, and the condiments that come as is. But because McDonald's has such an iconic sauce in the Big Mac sauce, we will be experiencing that here.
Classic, iconic. I'm actually not a quarter pounder with cheese guy. If I'm going to McDonald's, I'm getting a single hamburger with only ketchup.
Just stop for a moment and notice Shanti's face like, oh, you did not say that.
And pickle.
All of these will have onions,
look at
pickles,
Shanti's
and the
eyes.
condiments that come as is. But because McDonald's has such an iconic sauce in the Big Mac sauce, we will be experiencing that here.
Classic, iconic. I'm actually not a quarter pounder with cheese guy. If I'm going to McDonald's, I'm getting
Just look at that.
a single hamburger with only ketchup and pickle. That's it.
Oh, we can't be friends.
So this is really interesting. Usually when I'm eating burgers, I don't get the onions on them because the onion dominates the flavor of the burger. Yeah, I'm getting onion, I'm getting the Thousand Island. Everything else is kind of getting lost in the sauce.
Funny enough, as it is, Big Mac sauce does not have Thousand Island in it.
Get out of here!
So the tang that most people think is Thousand Island comes from the white wine vinegar that they put in and the pickle juice.
Wait, so what is McDonald's special sauce?
They're gonna come after me for this. It is mayonnaise, yellow mustard. You can get fancy with the mustard, but keep it to yellow mustard, white wine vinegar, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, pickle juice, and relish. And what you wanna do is really finely dice onion, mix it all in there. There you go, you got a Big Mac sauce.
How do you know that?
Because I make my own Big Mac sauce.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's one of those things. People think that ketchup goes into it, but it doesn't. The red hue comes from the paprika. So if you ever see out there someone saying, oh, I got a Big Mac recipe and they bust out the ketchup, they're wrong.
Next up is the Whopper. There's no onion on this guy.
It's in the in the mayo. It's kind of hidden in there.
Oh, interesting. So because of the mayo, I actually don't get the onion on this in the same way that I got the onion on the quarter pounder.
And it's funny because all I get is mayo. I feel the crunch of the pickle and the flavor of the meat, which I will say I do like.
I would agree. The mayo dominates the entire flavor of this, as well as that flame grilled flavoring that you get that is iconic at Burger King. It is an actual seasoning or some additive that's added into this to make it taste flame grilled. So we've been
I just like it that this is a next level of mukbang theory, mukbang video in which mukbang is just But they are not just they are not just eating, they are eating and describing.
dunking quite a bit on Burger King over the last couple of episodes, and this one is no exception. Santi and I both remembered having heard at some point in our lives that the flame grilling flavor of a Burger King burger is actually an artificial seasoning added onto it after the fact. But we did some research and we actually found that the flame grill taste actually does come from real flame grilling. Statements from previous employees do verify that they take the frozen patties and cook them over a flame grill. Burger King even did a whole ad campaign to tell people that there isn't some sort of secret to their iconic taste. It is truly just real fire. So this time,
It's real flame.
I guess we owe Burger King an apology. It is the only time that I'll ever offer that creepy face an apology. Ugh, it is the stuff of nightmares. Wendy's!
Excited for the square patty.
Yeah, the flavor is off the bun, my friend. I probably shouldn't keep handing them to you. I'm sure you don't want my hands all up in your business.
That doesn't sound right.
I love it, but you can have... Never mind.
Okay.
Alright, let's rewatch this
An
again.
apology. Ugh, it is the stuff of nightmares. Wendy's!
Excited for the square patty.
Yeah, the flavor is off the bun, my friend. I probably shouldn't keep handing them to you. I'm sure you don't want my hands all up in your business.
I love it, but you can have... Never mind.
Okay, let's move on. See?
Oh my god.
This is by far the least flavorful, the lowest quality bun, and overall just kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't love it. All right, next up, Five Guys. Now this one is a bit of an outlier because this is the only one not available through a drive-through, right? All the other guys here are like you could run through a drive-through and get it really easily. Five Guys is more of a fast casual, but because it surged on a lot of people's lists recently because it was on our healthiest fast food burger that we did a couple weeks ago. Felt like it should be included here.
You remember Five Guys when it was just starting out?
Yeah.
Kind of. And maybe not just starting out, but
Sure.
just starting to hit the scene. I went there once and never went back there again because of how they served their fries. Dump it in the bag.
Wait, you never went there again because of that?
Yeah.
What?
Bro, people improve, people grow. Come on, man, give them a second chance.
Because
Because it was grease. They gave you a bag
Yeah.
full of fries
Yeah.
and grease at the bottom where the burger was like wrapped. So by the time you get to the burger, your hands are disgustingly greasy. The fries are just all over, and it's the bag of grease. It's a bag of grease.
Oh my gosh, that's the best part of Five Guys is the baglers.
1 hour later.
1 hour later, SpongeBob.
So you get like triple the amount of fries that you paid for as a bonus. It's so exciting.
Matt Pat have been describing this for 1 hour.
Like I look inside the bag and I'm like, wow, look at how many fries I've gotten that I didn't pay for.
No.
It's like free fries.
I need a fry receptacle. I can't just have them free in the bag with no worries. No. I want them worried in a little cardboard thing.
Agree to disagree, I guess, here. It is so much more flavorful and so much more explosive in your mouth compared to anything else. And even though there's
I agree with you, Matt Pat. Agree to disagree and move on. Move on with life. Don't ruin the atmosphere, don't ruin the mood.
mayo and onion on here, I feel there's a lot better balance of those flavors
Yes.
than any of the burgers that we've had so far. Yeah, this is cool. I like that. Well done. All right, now into the back half, and this is the territory where Santi's not familiar, so this is pretty exciting. Right here, we got Sonic. Huh. That's really interesting.
That pickle. That's all I'm getting.
There's like nothing here. Same flavor combination as all the other guys, but I'm not getting a whole lot of flavor at all, period. Yeah, there's mayo, but it's not really giving me any flavor. Yeah, there's onions, but it's not really giving me anything. Yeah, there's meat, but again, kind of flavorless. I can feel the mayo, like from a textural standpoint. I know it's there. I feel the creaminess that it's delivering to the burger, but when it comes to flavor,
Can I stop for first? Did you guys notice that the mouth of MacPad and the audio that is receiving doesn't match? Comment down below if you have also experienced this before. Maybe it's just my earpiece. My earpiece is not that good, but you know.
there's just no flavor here.
No,
It's shocking.
not a strong start for the ones I don't know.
Well, maybe you don't know them for a reason, right?
True.
It's because Sonic, like I said, not necessarily known for its burgers per se. Hardee's, on the other hand, it has the meats.
Right.
I mean, that's Arby's, but at the end of the day, Hardee's, you look across their menu, and they got two things. They got a bunch of big burgers, and they got a bunch of chicken sandwiches. And that is what they are known for.
And they have a thick.
Is the audio faster than the video? I think the video is a bit slower. Like, I don't know, a quarter of a second slower.
Burger.
Yeah, their whole
I don't know, the video is like a quarter of a second, slower.
thing is the thick burger. Hard bun.
Or maybe it's just my audio. The evil laugh.
This feels like the bad version of the Burger King burger.
Yes.
It has the same like flame grilled style that it's going for, but 1,000 times less good. Santi and I both picked up on this flavor profile, and it turns out that it's largely thanks to the so-called charcoal-broiled cooking that Hardee's does with their patties. A process similar to the flame grilling of Burger King, but using char rock broilers. Essentially, with these broilers, you can put charcoal or lava rocks underneath to enhance the cooking and flavor of the burger. As fat from the patty drips onto the rocks, the smoke that rises back up should be rich in flavor, getting infused into the meat. But considering Hardee's is probably trying to remain as cost-efficient as possible with their process, the charcoal that they're using might not be the highest quality or might be used a little bit past its prime, thereby giving the patties here the unfortunate flavor that we witnessed.
Charbroiled thick burger, more like charbroiled ick burger. I'll get better at these, I swear.
So already you can see like this guy is definitely hanging off the bun with its flavor. I'm getting actual flavor from the meat. Whoa! Shocking. Everyone at this point, I can actually taste the burger and it tastes like meat. This feels like something that I cooked on the grill and then I slapped onto a bun, and I can taste the actual like realness of the meat, the cook of the meat. Like that's cool. And last but certainly not least is the local favorite cookout.
I like onion, I don't like it that much.
It is a lot of onion.
This is the first burger outside of the like charbroiled and flame grilled that the meat itself is well seasoned. And you don't find that a lot with fast food burgers just because they just make them, sear them, and that's it.
Yeah.
And they rely on the condiments and the other toppings. But this meat is actually well seasoned.
Yeah, it is.
And that makes it much more enjoyable. It makes it seem much more homemade than all the other ones.
I tend not to get a whole lot of burgers from Cookout. This though, has changed my mind. I might be dipping into burgers more often there because this is solid. I like this. All right, so with our first wave of taste tests down, we've got 8 burgers. Give me your ranking as someone who has never tasted any of these before.
Okay, well, easy dead last place, Hardee's. Wow. Sonic, I will put, second to last. I'm gonna put Wendy's in that spot. So this is where it gets a little bit harder.
Sure.
I think Culver's will have to go here with Burger King. These were kind of middle of the road. I did like Burger King more than I remembered.
Yep.
So I think I'm going to put Five Guys. Yeah, well, I just for me it's the nostalgia of the Quarter Pounder.
See, I was gonna say, I think you were letting your nostalgia blind you to this one.
But I do think the balance and kind of the sweetness of this just is in a different league than the other one. So I'm gonna put the Quarter Pounder, and I'm actually gonna put Cookout because of the meat, and just because of that, right there. A little bit too much onion, but I'm gonna put Cookout right above.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is wild. Congratulations to Cookout as the hometown hero.
Right? So, yeah, I think this is the ranking I feel most comfortable with. I feel sad about McDonald's.
I don't think you have to feel sad about McDonald's at all. I think they're doing just fine.
I feel like I betrayed them.
It's all right. You know what? Way to support a hometown hero.
Yeah.
You know, the local upstart.
I gotta say though, In-N-Out, that has nothing on In-N-Out. I know I'm that guy.
Oh, he's being one of those California guys who stands In-N-Out way too hard.
It's the truth.
It's fine. The burgers are decent. The fries are terrible.
That is not true.
That is so definitively true.
No,
the fries let down that entire restaurant.
The thing about In-N-Out is you have to get the fries well done. Until
the fact
you
that
do
I'm
that.
No. The fact that you're already saying that I have to do something special with the fries to make them palatable is not okay. It should not be on me as the consumer to make your product better.
But that's the entire point of the place. You gotta find your customization for your burger. You gotta find your customization for your fries. You like
That is like, oh, come on, this guy.
them well done, extra toasty, salted, no salt. You gotta do all of that. And that's the great thing about In-N-Out. And that's why it's number 1.
As far as my rankings go, though, In-N-Out accepted, I have to agree with these 4 right here. As you were saying it, I'm like, yep. 100%. Very clear division between the bottom half and the top half. For the top, I will say, for me, McDonald's, very solid standard burger. When I want a burger though, I want it to be umami flavored. I don't want a whole lot of sweetness. So I feel like McDonald's, safe middle option. As I said when I was ranking it, that flame broiled flavoring that they put on there, I like that better. So I'd always opt for a Burger King if they were just a little bit faster. And then between Cookout and Five Guys, really like the Cookout. Stood out to me a lot more than I expected it to, but a little bit too much onion, and the condiments weren't really mixing in as well as I would have liked, which means that Five Guys, the definitive number 1 for my rankings.
I ain't mad at it.
But again, I love the fact that we both agree there's a very strong division between the bottom 4 and the top 4.
And let's...
Alright, so they're having 8 burgers. I counted wrongly. I'm sorry.
see if that holds true when we pick them apart.
I look at this table and it makes me so happy.
Ding ding ding. Round 2. Fight!
Because this is what I've envisioned for this episode. Anyone can do a fast food taste test and rank their burgers. Not everyone is gonna break it down by the component and tell you which is best based on each individual ingredients. This is type A to the max, which satisfies my little control-ridden heart so much. So,
Yeah, Super Saiyan A.
since we've already tasted all these, we can speed through most of it, I feel like. But, because we also have to do this like 4 times around the block. But I think the best way to do this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the best way to do this is to tackle each individual component down the line one at a time so we get back to back to back to back to back.
Yeah, I'm fully agreed.
Sam,
Yes.
did you write it as Wendy's nuts?
I did. Got him.
You did. You did get them. Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm glad our team is so professional at all the time. That is bread.
Professional indeed.
Totally fine. Which brings us to BK. Huh. That's fascinating. Wendy's nuts. There you go. And it's not a really pleasant flavor.
No.
Ooh, okay, this is Five Guys?
Five Guys.
Okay, Five Guys.
It's not as like bready. It's more full of a flavor, I would say, than the Burger King bun.
Next up, Sonic. He can really move. He's got an attitude, but does he have the buns?
Does he have the buns or is this just cheeks?
Does he have-
This bun is a nothing burger. It really.
SpongeBob reference. Again.
is.
Well, welcome.
The crunch.
Welcome, Hardee's. Here, let me just break this cracker in two. Wow. Wow.
Oh my god. It's like jerky. It's like bread jerky.
It's bread jerky. It is. This is so bad. Follow me up with some Culvers, please. The butter isn't making as big of a difference as I would expect, but I can get it. Cookout, a top performer in our collective burger assessment. I mean, it's a bun. Looking at the patty, I'm very intrigued about how all the patties look and feel.
Yeah. This is really weird, but it tastes very like pickly, like it's been brined.
All right, let's go into BK.
That's a good patty.
It's a good patty. Next up, Wendy's.
Well, it's criminal how unseasoned this is.
There's nothing on this.
No.
Okay, next up, Five Guys.
Okay. It's a better version of Wendy's.
Yes.
It is better seasoned. I can taste that meat. It
Sonic.
is that
You can taste that meat.
cow?
No,
No.
no, it's not.
It's gamey.
It's gamey.
That is not.
It's not beef. It's not beef.
No.
That is weird, man. It is so fundamentally different from everything else.
This one was a surprise, to say the least. Thanks to Sam behind the camera and his lightning fingers, we figured out that since 2018, Sonic's been implementing mushrooms into their beef blend. Sonic says that this move was to increase the flavor of the patty, mixing the umami of the mushrooms with the umami of the beef. They also said that this was to remain more eco-friendly, since using less beef would lead to less cows and overall less greenhouse gas production. Is that true, or is it just a bunch of marketing spin to cover up a cheaper patty? It's probably the latter, but without knowing their actual production pipeline and the costs associated with that, we can't really make the judgment call. Regardless, this blend gave the patty an overall gaminess that was not our favorite.
So we've done the major components of the burger so far. We've done the patties, we've done the buns. Now I think we just do collectively the toppings, right? Pickles and condiments and onions.
Let's do it.
All in one fell swoop. So without any further ado, let's start with the McDonald's, which has the smooth pickle. It is so sweet. The pickles are not that like briny flavor that you expect of pickle. It is sweet. BK. Whoa.
Yeah.
That is so weird.
Is that so salty?
It is unbelievably salty. Wendy's.
I like the onion, which is mild.
It's so mild. Onion here, kind of a middle ground between the Wendy's and the McDonald's. Sonic, the unexpected child of this.
It's a very young pickle.
It's yep. You can taste the age of that pickle.
Oh yeah.
It's figuring itself out.
It's not a phase, Mom. It's a lifestyle.
With all of that out of the way, we now have the best and worst of all your fast food burgers. We have our top contenders when combined. We have your best individual elements across the board, hands down. We've solved it. But what if you merge them all into one? What if you took all 8 of these restaurants and fused them together Super Saiyan style to create one massive mega burger that represented them all? The Lord
Shanti is waiting for MatPat to do it.
above all burgers,
He's just like, nah, just keep up.
but actually just like mid-tier burger, because again, you're taking an average of everything. The median burger, that's what we've got. Santi,
Are you ready?
I wish I could say I was, but I have to be.
Oh, it's time. It's time to make a Frankenburger.
Santi, I liked you doing the
I
Dragon
know.
Ball thing.
Oh wait, did you do the Dragon Ball
I
thing?
did.
Oh, I missed it. Oh.
I did. When you said Dragon
Yes, that was fusion.
Ball Z, I was like, oh.
Oh man. Here, I'll fuse with you. Right.
Ah, yay. Where is it? Where is it?
Wait, it's hard to find.
Yeah,
That's why they had to practice a lot.
Hey, we did it.
I don't know if the kids get that anymore.
I'm sure it's
Dragon Ball Z is old school. Frankenburger, final taste test. Look at it! Look at this monstrosity! Oh, it is a thing of beauty and also a thing to be feared, my friends. 8 fast food burgers, all combined into this.
What I'm curious about is what layer to me will be the most overpowering, whether it's the bun or the condiments or the patty. I'm very curious to dig into this. I don't want to look at it straight on. It's kind of like an eclipse.
And we did our best with the bun. Obviously, you can't re-bake a bun. You can't re-bake bread. So here it is.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a Thanksgiving turkey right here. Oh, look at that.
Oh, it is a thing
Oh.
of beauty. Yeah, keep it together.
I'm trying to keep it together, man. I'm really trying.
Oh, buddy. That is a hefty boy.
Wrapping my mouth around this is gonna be a mission. Yeah, I know. I heard it just now. It was.
Wrapping your mouth around it. So here we go.
I should have meditated before this.
Here we go. Well, we'll need a week.
So bear with me. Somehow, it got so much sweeter.
It is unbelievably sweet. Shocking how sweet this is.
Yeah. Once you're done with the sweetness of the bread, the sauces, the condiments have all gotten sweeter. The pickle, sweet. The patty, sweet.
It's very odd. I'm not sure why that's the thing that's cutting through.
And I think when you mix everything together, especially the condiments, there's the stronger flavors get drowned out by the mayonnaise. Mustard get lost completely.
Yep.
I can taste, more than anything, the Culver red onion, which is the sweetest of the ones that we had.
I think you're right. The mayonnaise is doing a lot here to cancel out any of the stronger flavors. Is that sweet pickle? Is that sweet bun? Is that sweet meat, I guess? This was far and away the biggest surprise of the day. Neither one of us could have expected so much sweetness to cut through this abomination of a burger. After doing some research, though, the answer became perfectly clear. Working our way from the top, the buns themselves were all varying levels of sweet. McDonald's, for instance, admits that they add a small amount of sugar to their buns. Wendy's falls into a similar boat. They changed their bun recipe back in 2016 and have also leaned into the sweetness to balance out the savory flavors of the rest of the burger.
2016 was 8 years ago, nearly a decade ago.
Most of the buns that we tried out here follow the same profile, so it makes sense that thinly slicing and mashing together 9 separate sweetbreads would give us an overall sweeter flavor. The meat, meanwhile, seems to fall into a sort of circle of life situation, where the cow ends up tasting exactly like what it was fed. See, commodity beef, or the beef that's quickly produced and distributed at a massive scale, doesn't tend to be fed the tippy top of luxury ingredients. This stuff is no Wagyu, my friends. There's no classical music or massages for these cows. Instead, they're fed things like soy, sugars, corn, which, when processed, give.
And speaking of Wagyu, if you're having Wagyu burger, you're rich and you are very rich. It's luxury, yes, and also kind of not worth it, kind of.
Gives the cow's meat a sweeter flavor than grass-fed beef. Taking a look at the ingredients for the burgers we used, none of them claim to use grass-fed beef. Sure, there's a lot of 100% Angus or 100% beef or 100% all natural, but that's 100% meaningless when it comes to what they're actually feeding the cows. So in the process of deconstructing and reconstructing the patties, we were left with the suboptimally fed sweet beef underneath. Really makes you think twice about what me and Santi just shoveled into our mouths for the better part of 3 hours.
But if I can say one thing, is that despite the monstrosity, despite the layers of bread and everything else, this is still better than Hardee's burger as a whole.
Here's the thing, looking at this, I would place this as a solid 5.
Right?
Which is exactly where it needed to be, because it's the average burger.
Yeah! Average, normal, daily, mediocre, mundane, humdrum.
Mission accomplished! We did it! That's amazing! Well done, sir.
Oh, this is great.
I think mission accomplished. the Frankenburger. If you truly want to understand what the median burger is in the fast food landscape, it is just a very sweet, neutral burger. That's it.
Yeah.
I did not anticipate that. And again, that's one of those fascinating things about food and flavor science that, we continue to explore and investigate here in Food Theories.
Yeah.
I look forward to doing something like this again.
Heck yeah.
What do you think? Average chicken sandwich next time?
Oh, I mean, we were saying there's so many ways to go, and I'd love to hear what everybody wants, because we could do fries. We could get a fryer. We could do chicken nuggets. Or we could do the whole Happy Meal. There's a lot of different directions we could take this.
Wow, so let us know down in the comments below. Santi, congratulations on this one. This is a definite win.
Yeah.
This has been a joy to go on this little ride with you. So in the
And also, congratulations to you, Santi. You are the host of the Food Theorist channel.
meantime, my friends, remember, that's just a theory. A food theory. Bon appetit. Speaking of mixing and blending products into something great, I want to take a moment to thank our sponsor for today's video,
Thank you.
Opera. This isn't just an ungodly mishmash of
Thank you so
questionable
much.
flame-broiled seasoning and mushroom patties. Opera is a browser that has it all in a sleek, modern, and dynamic interface. It's faster and safer than default browsers. It's also fully featured for privacy and security. That way you feel safe no matter what you're doing online, whether it's looking up where the nearest dozen burger joints are or searching the best ways to recombobulate meat. And trust me, you're gonna want your built-in ad blocker for those searches. The thing that I love most though is Opera's Tab Island feature. I'm not exaggerating when I say that I will easily rack up dozens of different tabs when I'm researching, whether it's the must-have burgers or optimizing pickup routes so that my road fries don't become too cold. The Tab Islands feature allows me to arrange different tabs into organized groups so I don't have to frantically click through one by one to find the current script that I was last working on. And as I open similar tabs, they all get grouped together automatically, so I can just keep flowing without having to worry about organizing it as I go. And honestly, that's what's so cool about Opera. It's all about making it fit your individual workflow and your individual online needs. So the modular design that adapts as I add features or open tabs, it's a perfect fit for the way that I'm using it. Aria, the native AI, it's just the perfect bun on top of this juicy patty of a browser. With it, you can find clear answers instantly. And since it's connected to the web, you can get real-time information in just a few clicks. I gotta be honest, this browser is life-changing and time-saving for any theorists out there. So if you want your browser to be as fast as your food, make sure to use my link below to download Opera today. Once again, thank you to Opera for sponsoring this video, and honestly for making the research for these episodes go a lot easier and a lot smoother. And as always, I'll see you all next week.
Thank you so much for watching this video, but hey, that's just a theory. A food theory! Bon appetit! And I hope to see you all in my next video. Thank you so much. Subscribe! Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.